Hi guys, welcome back to LQ's Creations. I hope you're having a good morning, good day, good afternoon, whenever you're watching this. So I was sent some new things by Crafty Critta. As you know, I am on the design team. And so I do get a little excited because I don't get too much from them to create stuff, but when I do, it's usually pretty cool. So of course I took my address off the box, but as you see, just received this in the mail today. So let's see what goodies we have to play with this time. So as I open the box, so I'll take it out of the packaging here. I know, a big old box for such little things. Anyway, let's put the box off to the side. So what we got was, looks like we got a roll of toner foil, and I don't know if you can see that, but it's very iridescent. It's got like a pattern to it. I mean, just absolutely gorgeous. I don't know, I want to say it's a heart pattern to it, but I'm not going to say for certain. But I mean, boys, okay, yeah, hearts, silver, duh. So we'll have that to play with. We got some new looks like foil sheets to go with, and this one looks like it's got some astronauts and things, rocket ship and stars, and then we've got like a stars background, and then we've got like a whirlwind kind of pattern, and again some stars there. So usually when you open these, you're not gonna see much on them because, oh well, yeah, but then you'll take like this and then you'll put over it and it'll just make them sparkle and shine beyond more than you can think. So yeah, I mean, just absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, these are gonna be fun to play with. Oh boy. And I do have some other colors too from Crafty Critta, so I may incorporate some of those. So we'll see. Looks like you get 2 sheets of everything. So that's that. And as you see, it has the product code on here. So if you're looking for this on their site, the product code for this is T0162. And for the foil, the toner foil, it's F0045. So if you go to their website, you'll be able to find it. So there's that, and we'll put this off to the side. Next we have looks like this, yeah, it's some words and things. So we've got happy birthday in there, different sizes, different font types, and some other little typography. Oh, and the product code for this one is T0104. So that's the product code for that, so you can see all that. And then we'll open this up and see all of our different fonts and things in there, and how many sheets we have on this one. So as you see, yeah, it's happy birthday in like different typographies. Really cool. So there's that one, and then we get it in a more bolder statement, so that's cool. And yeah, all the different ones. And then if we put it down, then we get some smaller ones too that you can foil at one time and just get a whole bunch out and use them and cut them in all different shapes and sizes and things like that. So that'll be really fun. And then you get like the smaller little ones. So it says, it's time to party, wish big, it's your birthday, hip hop hooray, birthday blessing, celebrate, birthday wishes, a big birthday wish. Sorry to hear you're getting old. That's pretty cool. Yay, it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you, belated birthday wishes. Not older, just better. 1 more year of experience. Sorry I missed your birthday. Birthdays are for celebrating. Another year older. Hope your birthday is awesome. Best wishes. How old are you? You're how old? To you, wishing you a put on your party hat. Let's get the party started. So some of these you can use, a few of these you can use on the front of the card with the word happy birthday, or if you get creative, you can actually use it on the inside. So yeah, if you just want to say a simple little something on the inside. And then we go back and then we start with the different ones again. So yeah, it looks like you get 2 of everything in there. So there's that one. I apologize if you heard that. I'm always knocking something over. My craft room, I'm surprised I'm able to fit in it sometimes. Anyway, so this next one we have is the lovely Designer's Paper Pack. You get 24 sheets, 4 of each design. The product code for this one is PP0013. And so if we turn it over and we open it up, okay, I don't want to open it like that. I do like to save my packaging. So I'll fix that later. So if we turn this over, and we get, oh my goodness, look at that. Isn't that a pretty colors? Look at all of that. That's gorgeous. There's that one. Same thing. It's a little bit, no, it's kind of like a wood grain effect, but the colors are a little different. Just a tiny bit, not much. Then we turn this up and then you get like a water effect. How cool is that? Wow. And we get another like kind of strié water effect. Like, I would say it almost looks like paint running, but maybe not, because I mean it's got like the drips of water and things like that and the sparkles going on. So just absolutely pretty, vibrant colors. Look at that. That looks like paint rolling down. Very cool. Glitter. This is a little lighter one. You can see that. Pretty. And next we have, I'm gonna hold it like this. You can kind of get, yeah. Bring it this way. Okay, so now you can see a little bit better. So now as you see, all the different like kind of water effects to it. It's pretty. And then it looks like it just repeats over again. So yeah, well yeah, duh, you get 4 sheets. So yeah, patterns are gonna repeat. So there's that fun paper pack to play with to create some cards with. And then our last pack is this one. So this one's got like some really cool vibrant colors, like a space kind of thing with this one. And so this one is product code PP0041. Again, 24 sheets and 4 of each design. So I think in this one, yeah, you get some more like space things to cut out. So, and if you have a Brothers Scan and Cut, you should be able to cut these out. Or hey, do the old-fashioned way. Take a pair of scissors and go around it yourself. You can do that too. That always works. So on here, looks like, and I'll turn it this way so you can better see the angle. Let me come back into focus. So you've got like some spaceships, astronaut, satellite, rocket ship, got robot, aliens, telescope, looks like Saturn. So yeah, just some really different ones here to play with. And if we go to the beautiful paper pack, oh, and it's got a really cool on the back. How cool is that? Let me pull that in. Isn't that just gorgeous? Wow, that's just gorgeous. Be able to give you that space effect. Same thing, as if it's like a storm going on. Yeah, they're double-sided. So this is the second side of that one. And then here's one. Isn't that pretty? Wow, just gorgeous. I have to give it, Crafty Critta, their papers have been really just fun. Of course, their toner's fun, but the last paper pad I had in this one, just absolutely gorgeous with how their papers turn out. And so we'll put this one down. And then next we have this one, kind of like a cloudy nebula kind of thing. And those of us who are Star Trek fans will know what I was talking about. And if you turn this on the back, get that effect. Isn't that cool? We put this one down. Then we get this one, like with the stars and things. Just absolutely gorgeous. If we turn this one over, we get this effect on here. Ooh, sorry about that. And then so we've got this one going on. How pretty is that? Hope this is coming through good on the camera. And then if we turn, here's another gorgeous one. The stars and kind of like, yeah, burst or gas kind of cloudiness. Isn't that just gorgeous? If you turn it over, there we go again. Looks like the sun peeking out through all those beautiful colors in space. Just gorgeous. If we put that down and then we start again. So there's that paper pad. So let me go ahead, collect my thoughts, see what I want to do, try to challenge myself to figure out how many cards I can come up with, or something totally different out of this world, hint hint, of what we can come up with. And so we'll get to cutting here. Get your groove on. Okay, as you can see, I had fun using my fuse foiling system. It had been a little while since I actually had played with it. So I ended up coming up with some fun, just little, you know, simple cards. But what I like about the set that I received from Crafty Critta, as you'll see, this is easy to use for male masculine cards, as a lot of us struggle to figure out, okay, what card do I make this time for them? You know, what do I have in my stash? So I ended up coming up with 4 cards, and I think they came out really cool. So the first card I'm going to show you is kind of simple, so I came up with this one. So what was cool about this one is, and I know that foil is just, oh my God, isn't it gorgeous? I ended up going into some of the other toner foils that I had to play with here, as well as some dies that I used from Spellbinders, and I stayed within 3 dies, and I have to thank again my friend Suzanne, who's just the best at pointing these out. If she recommends, and I have to agree with her, that these are some of the best ones to get from Spellbinders. But anyway, back to the card just for a second here. So what I ended up doing was, on the sheets that I have that had the happy birthday and some of the sentiments, I just used and foiled that into the gold stars toner foil, and did that, and then made like a few sheets, and then I cut out a piece of vellum with this die set here from Spellbinders, which is the nested postage tags and labels. And I have to admit, I'll kind of get into it because I know these are fun to use for like the holiday season. So I hope to make some good holiday cards with this too. But I thought it would be fun to do with this. So I cut out some of the other paper that was sent to me by Crafty Critta, which is this really, if you can remember, I showed in the intro, this pretty paper pack, which this has just got some really awesome just papers and things like that. So that's how that, and just cut out a simple black trim because there was so much other color going on in the paper, and that's just kind of how that came out. I didn't glue this, I didn't glue any of these on card fronts yet because I'm not sure, you know, when, or hey, these would be easy to just put on a card front, glue, and there's a card, and they store sometimes a little bit easy when you have them like this. So that's card number 1. Put that off to the side. Card number 2 was this fun one. So this one's kind of, I don't know if you can see it, but this was out of the second card pack that I received, which was this one here. And this is the one that's got like the, you know, the star system and stars and just all those lovely colors swirling around. What I thought was fun about in here though was the fact that you have this sheet here that's got like this, you know, satellite, you know, spaceships and the little alien and the little monster and things like that. Or I can't say monster, but just like the, like, what was it? I forget those little machines they use on the surface of the planets and things like that. But astronauts and telescopes. And so that was what I did with this. I used the foiling that I got from there, which was this one, the Hearts Silver. From that, and yeah, it's just really gorgeous, as you can see how it just foils and everything. And I mean, boy, isn't the shine coming up off that. Of course, backed it with my favorite color, silver, so you know this was right up my alley when I saw that. And I just thought that just, this little card just came to, or this little card front just came together really cool. Really, I will say a lot of this came up really fast. I could have kept going, but I stopped myself at 4 cards, or 4 card fronts, and I was like, okay. But yeah, but what I did with this is I used my brother scan and cut, and I'm going to say, if you don't have one, if you can fit it into your budget, pick it up. Oh my goodness, this machine has come to life for me, again, as you know, because I struggle with hand issues, but it has been a lifesaver for things like this. Can you imagine me trying to fussy cut all that out? No. So I put it on there. It was easy to run through, program everything. And so, yeah, it went around and cut out some of these. What I didn't like though, what it did was, and here's some of the leftovers that were there of the pieces. It went into this particular one here, which was the head of an astronaut's suit, and it cut out some of the face part there. So I was like, oh, okay. So I'll have to, you know, continue to play with it, work with it to define it more. But as you can see, look at all the lovely little pieces that, you know, were cut out. And that's how this came to be about. So I just think that is just going to be one simple little card for a mail that I can give. So that's card number 2. And card number 3 out of the same thing is this lovely card. Again, what I did was, as you can see, I took one of the toner foiling sheets out of the packet, put some of the lovely gold stars on it, and it just foiled lovely in the background there. Took some of the baby pink toner foil here and over the word, and then from the cutout of there, put like the planet Saturn, and there's the telescope as if you're watching, and that's how this, and of course backed it with some black on there to kind of, you know, ground it out, because I mean that's a pretty busy card with all that going on there. And so yeah, that is just how this lovely card front came to be about. But I mean, boy, look at the shine on it. I have to give it to Crafty Critta. Their foiling, wow, just absolutely gorgeous. And it's so easy to do, and it's like, wow, I'm yeah, very happy with these. So that's card number 3. Oh, and then for this, what I used was, I went into one of the die systems that Spellbinders has, and used the Perfect Touch rectangulars and tag, and just cut out, I believe I came in with this size for the star silver part here, and then I came into this size for the outer, for the black. So that's how that card set up for that. That's card number 3. And the last card, which was really simple and I couldn't figure out, but this was off of one of the toner sheets. This is card number 4. So again, used you know, just a little robot here. I thought I'd plan to put him on the center there, kind of make it look like, you know, swirling from him. And then just used one of the little simple statements. Let's get the party started. So there you go. So that's how that fun little card front came to be about. And again, I went in with some of the dies from Spellbinders to cut out for the card bases, which is this lovely one here, which is the 5x7 Matting Basics B. So it works to coincide with A, and so it gives you some really, like, you can come in here like less of an eighth and so forth if you want a bigger one, if you don't just want to stay within one die set and use that. And it gives you some really tight, like you know, matting behind something. So really loving this, and it really does. And especially when you have going back to something like this in the background, trying to line that up and get that straight and that's kind of hard. So when you have these, you know, dies that cut out things like that, it just makes things so much easier. So that is the cards I came up with. These lovely fun cards here, or card fronts I should say, from Crafty Critta. And so I just really enjoy playing with this. I want to say again, thank you to Crafty Critta for sending out this lovely toner foil and, you know, sentiments and things like that that has kind of a space theme, but is good for making for male masculine cards, especially when you struggle. So I will have a link down in the description box. I'll have a code that you can use that will get you some a discount off of your purchase. And yeah, that's how those came to be about. So again, thank you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.